It's a lot of work to start from an idea and then actually bring it to market. Is there a lot of help and support for that when they're starting out?
Yeah, I mean, everyone comes to us at a different stage in their business development.
Right.
Some people need a lot of support, like with the food safety and the licensing and design of their label. They need a logo. They need to figure out, how to approach their initial customers, who they want those customers to be. So we help walk them through those steps depending on where they're at. We'll connect them to business counseling. We're a strong partnership with the Small Business and Technology Development Center, the SBTDC, and also SCORE.
Okay.
They're both free business counseling resources that we send people to, because it's crucial to have business counseling.
Right.
But yeah, there's a lot of support at the beginning, and depending on how motivated they are, they need a little bit more or less as they develop their business idea. But there's Mike's Famous Michigan Bean Dip, and the Carrot Comet, and the Rocket, and the Ageless Pantry, iced tea, genuine brew. So it's a good connection for our clients to have a store right next door. Two of our newest clients make some really fun things. One is a little sweet potato tart that's this big. It's really good. And she calls them cutie pies. And then another client makes these Brazilian cheese bread rolls.
Oh, wow.
They're all gluten-free, and they have lots of cheese in them, and she sells them frozen. You put them in the oven and they kind of poop up. And they're really good. And fun.
Do you guys offer any sort of cooking classes or anything as part of this as well?
We're starting to. This space is available for other people to do cooking classes in, so the co-op does cooking classes here, and then some other community organizations do, and then we do a canning class that we teach in the summer. We're going to expand that next year to do 4 other classes, kind of like back to basics, like maybe yogurt making and maybe stock making, fermenting vegetables, things that could save people money.
Right.
And getting them back to those foundational cooking, preserving skills.
There we go. Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential in cooking classes. And the CSAs, I think a lot of the CSA members probably could use cooking classes, like how to use all their...
And there's a difference, I'm sure there's a learning process between making a batch in your home kitchen and using some of these industrial supplies as well.
Which can be a challenge for cooking class. Because they want to show people how to do things at home. So a lot of times they want to bring in a smaller pot instead of our 40-quart.
Yeah, I can understand that.
And I think we can do a lot more in facilitating our clients meeting each other. With social gatherings, or even, I like the idea of them helping each other in their process. I think, because being efficient with your time is really important here, because you're paying for your time.
Right.
So if one client has an idea about how to do something faster, it'd be great if they had an opportunity to actually work with another client to see where they could improve. I like that idea. Well, I think we all have acknowledged that cooking and preserving skills are kind of going away in our society. We're not really learning them from our parents as often as our previous generations have, and that makes it really challenging to, I think, eat healthfully, because if you don't know how to prepare things from the whole ingredients, like the grains and the vegetables, then you're probably going to go buy packaged foods, which tend to be a little bit less healthy, and also there's a lot of like generational poverty that in our community, especially, where there's people aren't equipped with how to make healthy food choices, or they don't have access to healthy food choices.
Right.
And so there's a lot of work to be done with those communities, and showing them that you can eat healthfully on a low budget. There's a class here actually that teaches families how to do that, which is really exciting. There's a lot of work to be done, but people are doing it. That's what I love about Kalamazoo. There's a lot of knowledge here, and a lot of motivation, and a lot of passion to give people the tools to eat more healthfully in the community. I want people to know that that we as a society are completely capable of taking care of ourselves. We have the ability to be resilient and to rely on each other to form really strong communities, and I think that food is foundational in that. And there's just a lot of relationships that are kind of, I think, waiting to be built around food, and I'm really excited that Fair Food Matters and the Can Do Kitchen are part of that, and there's a lot we need to do.
Okay, so how Tammy and Barb got together was our husbands left us on an island by ourselves for 2 days. But the island was Mackinac Island, and they were sailing in a sailboat race, and there was no wind.
I know that sailboat race.
You know that sailboat race? Well,
okay.
There was no wind.
Oh no.
So they never came. And Tammy and I really didn't know each other, except that we were supposed to be waiting for our husbands to come in, and then after 2 days, well, then we got to know each other. Okay. So then, my husband passed away in '06. Our husbands worked together at Western. And she came over to help me clean out my garage, and in the process of that, it was several days, we decided, wouldn't it be fun? Haven't you always wanted to, sell something at a farmer's market? So we started out making garden stuff. We were playing with cement and making hypertufa pots and plants and things like that. And then about that Christmas time, I made some granola for the neighbors for Christmas presents, and they said, oh, you ought to make that, and we said, okay, let's make some granola. So we had dirt at one end of the table, and we had granola on the other end, so we had to decide which one to go with. Right. And granola was a lot easier to handle, so
there you go.
That's how it started. And the name came, somebody said we signed up for the Texas Township Market for seven Saturdays, because we didn't know what the heck we're doing. So it was 7 Saturdays for the whole season, and they said you have to have a name, and so the phone is right here, you have to have a name.
Right.
Adventures of Barb and Tammy, and that was that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now how did you get involved with the Can Do Kitchen?
Well, it was after the granola, after Christmas. It was like in February, and there was just a little thing in the newspaper about how they were going to have an incubator kitchen, and it was in a trailer. It was going to be on the fairgrounds. And so we had already looked into the possibility of using a church or what else? Well, anybody that was going to be renting kitchen space.
Right. Community centers and whatnot.
Yeah, we didn't find anything.
Restaurants even. Rent them out.
Right, sometimes. And so this is what we were looking for to try. So we tried. We started. It was, you just kind of sneak up on these things, and they just kind of carry you along. So yeah. So we cooked in a trailer with 2 racks.
So is this a little nicer then?
It was a little trailer. It wasn't a big trailer. It was a little trailer. And one time, it was on the fairgrounds. And one time they were having the kennel club came in, and the president of the kennel club wanted our spot. While we're packing, they moved us over into some field.
Wow.
So it was an adventure.
Nice.
Yeah.
So this has to be a nicer kitchen area than the
After
trailer.
that, then they moved to the Baptist kitchen over right in the middle of town. Really old kitchen, great, but it was great. It had great vibes in that kitchen, Mm-hmm. And then here, this is wonderful. They invented the convection ovens for making granola, and that's what we did.
Oh, nice. So now, how many products do you make?
7.
7. And then are they all a granola?
7 different.
Granola, 2 fruit nut mixes, and biscotti.
Oh.
At the moment, 2 biscotti. Yeah, we had 3.
Yeah, it is there. Yeah.
Who comes up with the recipes? Is this like old family secrets, or
We take
a
turns.
little bit of?
We take turns, but one of us gets creative then.
Nice.
Yeah, right. She came. I know hazelnut chocolate cherry is totally hers, and the ginger honey is totally mine. We sell at farmers markets. Now last year we did like 5 farmers markets. We were here and there. So this year we didn't do as many. Mostly it's that, and then we're at Sewall's, is that big health food store. There's a big health food store in town. And we went from a basket at the entrance to 2 shelves.
Wow.
So yeah, that was,
I'm sure
that's our pinnacle right now, I think.
just the two of you, or is there?
No, that's it. Yep.
Wow, that keeps you busy with the farmers markets and baking
Yep.
and everything then?
Well, we started out doing the Texas Farmers Market. It was very good. It's a really good market. And then Tammy, we wanted to try the Bank Street. Bank Street's the big market. You know, everybody gets into Bank Street. Well, Bank Street's a little harder to do because you have to get there really early, and they draw your number to tell you where you're going to be, and it's just a little different. But Tammy took that on. So Tammy does Bank Street. I do Texas. We did both of the hospitals have some farmers markets that we participated in, and we also have done Stryker did a private one, like for employees.
Oh, right.
We did that one last year. And
now, do you guys, since the holidays are coming up, do you have any holiday flavors, seasonal items, or?
That front athletic club, worship night out thing we're doing November 3rd.
we're probably just going to do some small packages that can be put in stockings,
Right.
or grouped in a basket if somebody wants to do a Michigan local. That's really, being Michigan local is really our, other than the fact it tastes really good,
Right.
being Michigan local is our niche. We're using maple syrup from Berrien County, cherries from Traverse City, honey local from Schoolcraft, apples from Schultz's, and the cider. We make a boiled cider that we used to make our apple spice, everything nice. That we get from Schultz's. If we're making biscotti, we use local eggs.
Very nice.
Anything else?
So now, how, as the Candy Kitchen, do they help with like business classes, or do they help get you off the ground? I mean, what are some of the other advantages in the kitchen to being here?
They do. I mean, they're associated with the, what is it, SBTDC?
Southwest Michigan.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Southwest
Up at
Michigan
Western
Small
Business
Business.
School.
Yes, John.
And they offer classes through that. And those are, we get those emailed.
And there's workshops.
And there's workshops,
And there, so
yeah.
you do a lot of networking with other people who are in small business like we
Right.
are at different stages. Everybody's at a different stage. We are not in a stage up here yet, but we have watched other people go from here way up there.
Right.
Way up there. Yep. We're more of a hobby. What are we doing?
Yeah, we're kind of at the hobby.
We're in a hobby right now.
Maybe some days we're a little more than a hobby.
A little more than a hobby,
Most
yeah.
days we're still the hobby.
But usually, and sometimes we think we're just providing a service to Kalamazoo.
So do you think you'll ever be like way up here? I mean, is that a goal, or is this just more?
It's a goal. Yeah, I would say it is a goal. There are some days when I kind of think it'll never happen. Maybe we should just pack it in. But I think, well, what would happen? It's not going to happen right now, but it could happen.
Yeah.
How do you get word out about your products? Do you guys do social networking? I mean, what's been
Well, we
your
do
best?
Facebook. We're hoping to get a website up and going.
We've had the domain now for 2 years, so eventually we'll get
Yeah, mostly it's just by word of mouth.
Yeah, giving people samples and trying to, that's our big, that's really how we get it out. Once they taste it, they're usually pretty good. They usually do, once they come by and say, I can't buy you today, but it's really good, so keep making it. And sometimes they'll say, if you ever go out of business, you have to let me know right away. So, you know. Yeah, there are a few. We had a man show up a couple weeks ago at the door, right?
Just
He
happened to look out
just
that we were here.
happened to come here on the day that we cook, and he said, there are people here to make granola. He said, my wife bought this hazelnut chocolate cherry, and I have to have more.
Oh my goodness.
So it really was. I wouldn't.
You guys see yourself grow more as the Candy Kitchen grows?
Yeah, I mean, we've grown, sure. We're in more markets, and we're at Swall. There was a can-do event that introduced us to Swall Health Foods, and that's how we ended up in there.
And with the expo, they do expos once a year. all the Camden Kitchen people get out there and they invite all the store, all the possible buyers. They come,
And
it does draw a lot of them.
Have you had anybody ask about raw granola, where it's held together with honey and stuff?
like a muesli.
Have you ever tried that? Or?
Never tried it.
We're not.
Yes, I had people talk to me about it.
I think it's just we don't love it.
What you don't love.
We like this.
This is really good. Solid. We don't make anything we don't love.
That's right.
So there you go. We tried. One time we did the gluten-free. We had to add about $4 a bag to it because it was so expensive to buy gluten-free oats. And you can't get them any cheaper.
Right. It does. Yeah, sometimes just the cost of the product will hinder making another product out of it, won't it?
Yeah, that's part of the things that keeps us in check.
Right. It's like people want it, but are they willing to spend, say, $20 a pound for it? And that's
oats, which don't naturally contain gluten, and they may only have a small amount of crossover contamination. It's just not worth it for us to do it. It's just like most people can eat this. I mean, unless you're really, really sensitive. So that doesn't make sense for us. So yeah.
Vegan, we're vegan. Are we vegan? Yes, we're vegan.
You're bringing other family members into this? Or is this just
her children?
Kids have helped out a little bit. Hopefully they will some more, and that would, I would say that's a major drawback in being able to go further.
Thomas isn't a teenager yet, is he?
No, not yet.
Okay, so Thomas has got a young one, and then she has Tyler. And so she's a hands-on mom, so she's cooking a full meal every day.
Wow.
She's not doesn't feedback them.
That's nice.
And she's running them everywhere, so that's partly the reason we have
Put the limit on how much time you can put doing that. So for the time being, that's a major holdup. Now this isn't our normal routine. Normally we would put this in a bowl and package it, but somebody's using that station today. So we're going to have to wait for package. This would be what we would be using for a 1 pound size. We just changed our packaging a year ago to go with these craft style with the window.
Yeah, those are very sharp.
And unfortunately, the only place we can find them is all the way in California.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
So,
But the labels are local.
labels are local.
Very nice.
She used to babysit for my kids.
Oh, nice.
And overall, we get along with the co-op people very well. Yeah. We're nice to them, they're nice to us. Yeah. They're easy to work with. We're pretty easy to work with. So, yeah. But for the most part, we just come in and do our own thing, where there's not a lot of
It's always clean, everything.
Party. So next cooking class number 8, holiday meals for omnivores, $20 to get in. Please rotate Rudy's bread. These quotations are on the bread. Order stuff in front to right. Meat and cheese will not be up to snuff for at least a week, but we're making headway.
Yeah.
Michelle's doing a good job catching up with that. Halloween party, 100 Mile Market extravaganza. It will be awesome and sweet. 1024, put your initials in special order notes when doing them. Dressing of the beet, like honey mustard. Sold 30 turkeys so far, and that's gotta be up and counting. What's the number right now?
That was like 3 days ago.
Yeah. We got any front end people here?
At least 100.
What are we at?
We've already sold 100 turkeys. How many did you buy?
3 new cents of Avena de Olmo soup. Soap. Board supports farmers market contract possibilities. All right. And then yesterday's pedal. Go Tigers. Meat cheese is on the mend. Should be better tomorrow. Today. Better this case.
Spending.
Still mending. New ceramic salt jars for neti pots. Please keep an eye out on rotating items like kombucha, etc. Be ready for a busy weekend. Here we are. Keep an eye out for holes on floors. Smiley face.
Wow.
Nice. So what do we got?
Lois and Seasonings is in the building.
Thanks to Chris Broadman and Mel for wrangling the Lois and Seasonings. Yeah, yeah. All right, what else we got?
What's the status of the checklist? It's going to be laminated and put up today. The prep room checklist will be laminated and put up today.
Good story.
We have a new deli salad, don't we?
Yeah, we've got a new pumpkin and kale deli salad.
It's delicious.
Pretty darn good. Root and tootin'.
What else we got?
The openers, you get the towel bins. You can just put them right in the laundry.
Produce towel.
Produce towels, yeah.
So I'm working on this proposal for the farmers market, and I would like to put a couple copies in the break room for you guys to look at over the weekend. And it's due next Thursday, so it's still kind of rough, but it's a proposal. I think at this point you can start to get the idea of what we're talking about, and I would love feedback. It's definitely still wide open for like. I think there's a lot more creative ideas that could be in there, and so, challenge me on thinking about anything like that would be helpful. It's just a huge undertaking, and my brain is getting around it, but it's been kind of a crash. So.
Where did you say?
It's going to be in the break room by the time I leave today. I said that before, but I didn't.
Can we find out if this morning staff party is like bring a family or most likely it's not.
Right. Most likely. Yeah. Most likely. I did talk to Heather about that, and it is not. There we go. Thanks.
Well,
and I
there we
totally,
go.
at the board meeting, I asked her, and she said she wasn't up for that. For tripling the number of participants. Yeah. Okay. She's making all of herself.
Unless they work at the block.
Yeah, if they work here, that's different.
Or are they on the board?
Not yet. Okay. What else do we got? So that's a great reminder to that there is a board and staff party next Thursday night, November 1st, and please sign up on the door to the break room. Include your dietary preferences.
Also, if you're scheduled to work on that day and you really want to attend, talk to your manager. See what we'd like to figure it out. And along that line, I don't know if it ever got mentioned, but we're hiring a deli assistant. And so if anyone here is interested in applying, today is the deadline. So it's kind of short notice, but better than no notice.
Perhaps you've seen the signs.
Sorry, we're still trying to get better at that.
Anything else?
The Rapscallions started their season yesterday.
How'd they do?
Lost 14-5.
Okay. All right.
Scored 5 though. Yeah,
Scored 5. Yeah, scored 5. That's great.
What's the name?
Rapscallions.
I thought it was a band. Is it 2 words or one?
Is it 2 words or one?
I think it's 1 word.
It's 1 word. Yeah. Okay, so the traditional spelling of rapscallion. Anything else? There's a conversation back here. Anything else? Okay.
Get that?
How do you feel about that? Good. Thanks.
I've got the bat of prey.
Oh.
Not the bird.
The bat. Are you gonna do the bat? Oh. All right. Well, that's it. So what was all
spices and do one stuff at a time.
We're making a triple batch of the Lois's seasoning. So we're gonna have enough spice mix to sell probably 400 bottles through the season, and then also to have in bulk so people can buy it in smaller, large quantities. So we mixed what, probably 100 cups of different spices together to make this. We still have to add 2.
I'm getting all spiced up.
Yeah.